All right, so I found number 10 on here. I have the number 10 showing and everything else is covered up. What I would tell you to do just to make things a little bit easier on you is you could take a ruler and you could fourth this thing if you like, or if you want to eyeball it or whatever, just to make this little section smaller for you to see. If you feel like you can wing it without that, I mean, it's fine too. However you feel comfortable with doing it. So what I'm looking at here is this little line, and where does this go in relation to the negative space where this is. So this, it comes up about, like, if you look at this in relation to that little grid that I drew, this comes up about here. I'm going to make a little mark here. It's about yay tall. So I'm going to make a mark here. I'm going to connect my two marks with a line. I'm going to pay attention to the thickness of the line that I have right there. All right, and then I have this little rounded thing right here. So I'm looking at comparison to the edge of my paper, where that starts, how that curves. I'm just making little dots, and I'm looking at all this white space when I'm trying to figure out where this is to go. So I'm going to connect this here. All right, I've got this thing right here. Okay, now this, it intersects like the center of my work. I know that, so I'm going to make a mark here. That may help me. I'm looking at, I could even mark the thickness of it, and it starts in here. So I know that. I'm going to look at this little segment here. Looks like there's two, you see the negative space, the triangles right here. Okay. So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to connect my lines there. Okay. Now you're not going to just leave it like this if it's filled in. Go ahead and fill it in. If you've messed up with the thickness of this thing, erase whatever part you need to erase or add to. And you see how that connects to number 5, and really 10 and 9 are starting to connect really well too. All right, so we have this little area here. And I'm looking at, there's like a fourth right here. And you can kind of see the fourth right here. So I'm basing this. I'm looking at this negative space, okay? When I'm trying to figure out where to draw this, where this curve is beginning and ending. So I'm making my little marks right there. If it's thicker here, have it thicker there. Need to bring that up just a little bit. Here we go. Okay, so you look at that, and you probably don't know what it is. I wouldn't think you would. But that's what you do. And then after 10, you'd find 11, then 12, and then you just keep on going in order. And then eventually it's going to form something recognizable that I think you'll like anyway. So anyway, I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some insight as to what we're going to do with this. But yeah, the first little stage, you will just be doing the line drawing. And then what we're going to do after this, we're going to end up, actually, this will be the next little thing after this, after you draw it. You will be using your colored pencils. We're going to be value shading with color on this particular drawing. So we'll look forward to that. That should come sometime next week. So we are just basically drawing this week and getting that done, and then we'll go into the next little phase. I hope y'all enjoy, and this will give you some confidence to know that you can draw what you see if you break it down into unrecognizable parts, or if you look at things and zero in on things. But please, 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 to be successful on this project, you're going to need to use your viewfinder. If you don't use your viewfinder, you're more than likely going to get lost. So just keep that in mind. All right, thank you so much.